Imagine this for a second. You're scrolling through your phone at 2 a.m., your thumb hurts, your eyes are dry, and suddenly it hits you. If I disappeared tomorrow, how long would it take before people stopped talking about me? Not stopped missing you, stopped remembering you. Yeah, welcome to the quiet fear nobody posts about. We're scared of many things: failure, rejection, spiders with attitude, but the fear of being forgotten is sneakier. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It shows up when your birthday post gets fewer likes than last year. It shows up when your message is seen, and then nothing. No reply. Just digital silence. The modern version of being ignored at a party while holding a plate of snacks no one wants. Let's be honest. Most of us don't want statues or history books. We just want proof that we mattered, that our existence left some kind of dent in the universe, even a small one. Like, hey, remember that person? They made really bad jokes, but somehow we miss them. This fear usually starts early. Think about school. Remember when attendance was called? That tiny relief when your name was said? Present. Boom. You exist today. And the anxiety when the teacher skipped your name? Your hand shoots up like, "Excuse me, I am alive." Same fear, different font. As adults, it upgrades. Now it's not attendance, it's relevance. Are people still calling you, inviting you, tagging you? Or have you slowly become that contact everyone scrolls past like an old app they forgot to delete? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Being forgotten feels like dying in slow motion while still paying bills. And social media makes it worse, because now we can measure attention, numbers everywhere, views, likes, shares, followers. Somewhere along the way, we started confusing being seen with being valued. If no one reacts, we assume no one cares, which is a logical leap so wild it deserves its own reality show. But here's the plot twist nobody talks about. Most people are not thinking about you, not because you're unimportant, but because they're busy worrying about being forgotten too. Everyone's inside their own head, replaying awkward conversations from 2013 and wondering if they said, "You too," when the waiter said, "Enjoy your meal." We're all starring in our own mental documentary titled, "Why Am I Like This?" The fear of being forgotten is really the fear of being insignificant, of realizing that the world keeps spinning whether or not we post, speak, or succeed. And that's terrifying and weirdly freeing. Think about this. Do you remember what most people wore yesterday? Do you remember every conversation you had last week? Probably not. But that doesn't mean those moments were meaningless. They just did their job quietly. A joke that made someone smile on a bad day, a message that arrived at the right time, a presence that felt safe, even if it wasn't dramatic. Those things don't go viral, they go deep. We assume impact has to be loud, big achievements, public applause. But most human influence is subtle. It's background music, not fireworks. And background music still shapes the mood, even if you're not consciously listening. Also, let's talk about legacy for a second. Everyone wants one, but nobody agrees on the terms and conditions. Legacy doesn't have to mean remembered forever. That's a heavy expectation to put on a fragile human with back pain and self-doubt. Maybe legacy is smaller. Maybe it's being remembered by one person at one moment for one reason that mattered. Maybe it's someone saying your name years later and smiling for no clear reason. And even if that never happens, here's the uncomfortable but liberating part: you still lived fully. Real experiences, real feelings, real presence. Your life doesn't need an audience to be valid. A tree falling in a forest still falls, even without witnesses. It doesn't check analytics first. Ironically, the more we chase being remembered, the more we perform, and performance pushes people away. But when we're just human, messy, honest, imperfect, that's when we actually stick in people's minds. Not because we tried to, but because we felt real. So if this fear shows up tonight, don't fight it like an enemy. Listen to it. It's just a signal saying, I want to matter. And that's not weakness. That's humanity. You don't need to be unforgettable to be meaningful. You don't need to be famous to be real. And you don't need proof every day that you exist. You're already here. And right now, someone is listening.